Look at that, man. All right, here's the first delivery in the old Ford, or the Ferd, as I like to call it. Ferdinand is what we've been calling it. You probably hear that right now. I'm in my van recording this audio, and it's kind of, the rain's kind of pattering on the roof. It's kind of coming and going. But anyways, just about all this wood that I'm loading here is maple. So there's maple, and there's footage of me splitting this maple probably around 6 or 7 months ago. Maple doesn't take nearly as long to season as things like oak does. But there's some pine in there with it as well. So that's why I'm kind of selectively picking here. Some of the pieces that were a little big or that were pine, I try to throw them to the side. And then I try to get what was good seasoned maple and the right size and everything, And I don't split my firewood real little like a lot of guys do. And I'm not saying that those guys are wrong. I just don't do that. I hand split. I could split it smaller, no problem, but I don't advertise my wood as premium firewood or anything like that. Though I would say that a lot of it really is the quality of it because it's seasoned oak. And which around here is some of the best hardwood you can get. It's just really good hardwood. Burns hot and it burns for quite a while as well. But I don't I don't measure my logs and stuff, and I don't cut it real little. Some people that I deliver to are happy with the size, and some of them will split it down even more. I got a couple that I know right off the bat that actually have electric splitters, and they split it down smaller. They've never requested me to split it smaller, but that's just how they do it. They'll buy it from me and split it smaller, and some people like it big like that because it burns longer. It does. It burns longer when it's bigger wood like that. I know it's a lot easier to get it going and stuff when it's smaller though, so I understand why people do it. Old maple, ready to go. Seasoned maple. All right, me and Carter got the first load of wood in this old truck. And I'll tell you one thing, it's a rough rider. Oh yeah. It's riding rough. There we go. Wasn't focusing very good, but yeah, it needs shocks and things like that. It seems like it's just rough right now, which is to be expected. It's $400 truck. I actually did firewood for about a year one season with a F-150, and it was I think a 96. I think I gave 300 for it, 200, and I traded a Ranger, Ford Ranger, that I got for 200, I think. And that Ford Ranger ran. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I've got running vehicles that I had for years for $200. But anyways, we got us a load here. It's maple, seasoned maple, as you see there. Oh yeah, man, it feels good to be back at it on the car. Yeah. We are both burning up though. Look at Carter's face. Well, it's driving. It is rough. It's a rough rider. But we're on the road. Going, it's just rough.
Yeah, very rough. It's a good truck though.
I know for sure it needs a set of tires.
Oh yeah.
The tires are all pretty rough. All right, we're on the road. Oh, it's a wood hauler. Just say that. Yeah, it almost looks like it's gonna storm on us. Well, we're back out delivering some. And I don't know how often I'll use this truck. It'll be good for like just doing a truck bed like I'm doing here. But I definitely still plan to get a 3/4 ton. And I know where one is. I just don't know how much work it needs exactly. It's in better shape than this one. It's a F-250 extended cab, full extended cab. It's got the full, the double doors on each side. So I'm considering buying that one. talked to the man about it the other day on the phone, or I kind of mentioned it to him and asked him if he still had it, because I'd looked at it before and we had talked about it.
So what's his name? Ford? Bird?
I don't know. We got to think of a name for it.
I like Ferdinand.
Oh, Ferdinand?
Yeah.
Ferdinand the Ferd. The brakes work great on it. The brakes actually work great. So here we are hitting the main road here. How it's cooling down right now. The weather, look, it feels like a storm's coming in. It's cooling down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
This delivery isn't too far from home either. It's pretty close, actually. But it's been a hot one today. I mean, it's been miserable, really. Miserable heat. Not what I prefer to work in, that's for sure. There's a lot of play in that steering wheel, buddy. I mean, a lot of play. Look at that. That's a lot of play. So it feels good to be making deliveries again, though. This is our second one. The other one I did with the trailer, and it was a bigger load. It was about 2 truck beds, you know, what I normally do with the rails, kind of 2 face cords around that. But yeah, and yes, I don't want to put that much weight in this truck, to be honest with you. Not unless I upgrade the suspension first. Upgrade the suspension, then maybe, yeah. But for now, truck bed's fine. What I'm asking for a truck bed's 100. Plus, if it's outside of my county delivery, you know, if it's inside the county, delivery's free, you know, that's included in the price for me. That's how I do it in my county. I'm satisfied with that. You can see there, I'm pretty filthy. I get that way a lot, though, when I do firewood. Honestly, a lot of the times I'll get either wet from sweat or get rained on, or that was from laying under my truck there. But that's part of it. Yeah, I'm a country boy anyways. I've got dirty so many times as a little kid. And it don't bother me too as an adult working either. But here's the load of maple. And the reason I didn't get the truck in there and make it easy, you know, with the tailgate right up to that wood, is because of the power steering. When I went up through there, you know, it just, power steering's out on that truck right now. That's just right down the road from me, that delivery, about 5-10 minutes. I've actually been here before. You may recognize it from another video. I split some elm there and delivered some elm there as well. That's why I didn't back in like that, though. It would have made it much easier if I would have. But it was an easy delivery either way. And stacking's something I've always done. I know a lot of people don't. Stacking's something I've always done, though. This is year 5 for me now in firewood. And I'm talking about full-time in the winter, you know, selling firewood. Now, this year, I don't know that I'll be doing it full-time in the winter. I've mentioned that before. But the previous 4 years have been, I mean, me all winter doing it. I stepped out on my porch the other day and kind of looked out at the wood. If I'm not mistaken, I was looking at the wood of the truck or something. Whatever it was, it reminded me of firewood. And I was even thinking then, you know, that's how I've made my money right there in the winter. I mean, that's how I did it right there. Like, I know there's guys that do it for a side hustle, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. What they call a hustle nowadays, I guess, you know, making money. Extra money, but no, it wasn't a side hustle for me. For me, it was how I made my money, and it's been that way for the last 4 years in the winter, you know, and then landscaping in the summer. And as I mentioned before, landscaping is something I won't really be doing anymore for a living. Firewood I'll continue to do, though, but it just won't be as full time. I don't plan for it to be anyways. But I'm very glad to be doing it again. This is our second delivery this year. The first one was with a trailer. It was about twice the size of this load here, about 2 face cords of wood. This was around a face cord. I heaped it in there pretty good in that truck bed, and that's a 6 foot long truck bed. Throwing it in there loosely like that, it's right around a face cord. And so we had a little extra and stacked it there beside of it. But it's good seasoned maple is what this is. So there it is.
$80.
She had a little bit already. But yeah, this stack here was probably right around there. It was about 3 feet tall. And I extended it out that way, probably probably a foot, and went up with it. And then we got a little stack here in the front too. So, a good load of wood. All right, we're gonna head on home. The old Ford got it done. It's definitely a Rough Rider, but it got it done.
Hey, that's a good name.
There's one load, and what I normally charge for a load like that is 100, so I get 400 for the truck. So you get the right tool, it pays for itself fast if you put it to use, whether that's a truck or a chainsaw or an axe or whatever it may be. But there it is. Got that delivered. You shut our garage door here. There you go. Lock. All right. We're both filthy. We're both burning up. It's been a hot one today.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you watching. Good. This is our second load this year. First load was with the trailer, and it was a bigger load than this. But this is the first load in the old old Ferdinand. I think that's what we're naming him, Ferdinand.
What about Rough Rider?
Yeah, it is a Rough Rider, that's for sure. But anyways, we do plan to maybe put a little bit more into this truck and everything. Tires, suspension, a little more as well. But he got the job done, so that's all I need it for. Well, until next time, thanks for watching. Be safe and God bless.